Howdy. Today, we are going to do some more work on the ship out there today. Or the ship out here. We are going to try and figure out how we want to lay out the remainder of the ship. As far as the, essentially, for lack of a better term, living quarters is going to go. We've got the galley laid out pretty much how we want it. Oh, and where the entrance and exit are going to be. So where are you going to get on the ship? Where are you going to exit the ship? We're probably not going to do a dock for a mining rig because I've got that setup that I've for the mining rigs, like you can see nowhere around here. None of them are in view. So we're probably not going to set up a mining ship dock, but we are probably going to wind up wanting to be able to get on and off of the ship. So where are we going to want the airlock? Where are we going to want the living quarters? And the cockpit. So we're going to get back to that. Helps if I have some materials on me. Why am I not picking anything up? Okay, let's come in here. We'll pick up a bunch of them. Actually, I should probably just do this. Gonna need 1,000 of those and a bunch of interior plates. Get rid of 100 of those. Throw on some girders and some construction components. That should be good. So for this, we're just gonna lay out a bunch of floor. So I'm gonna lay out a bunch of floor, and then I'll be back. And we're back. You can see I've laid out a basic floor here. It's probably going to wind up being wider than this, but it's a good place to start. And let's see. I'm probably going to want to make that room taller. I'm thinking that we want to put the airlocks probably right in this area here. No, I think I'm going to want to put the airlocks up towards the front of the ship. So what I'm thinking is we're going to put a wall right here. And in that we are going to put a door. And probably a centered door. Something like that. Small grid gives you so much more freedom for putting things together, but in some ways it can be kind of constraining. You don't want that there. I think that's a good spot for a door. I'm probably not going to do airlocks between each cabin in this ship, but I am going to more than likely have a door to keep from depressurizing the whole thing at once if possible. And I'm probably going to set those up to sensors that will sense when somebody's in proximity of the door and open it when they enter the proximity, close it when they leave the proximity. I am fairly happy with the way this room is laid out, but I think I'm going to kind of smooth out this wall here. Let's see. Actually, maybe I'll put a desk here as kind of a station to eat. I can put that desk there and still have that corner smooth out a bit. Well, smoothing out that corner is going to kind of block that, and that's just not going to look right. Let's turn on the lights here to make sure that everything's very, very visible. Alright, let's see. I am fairly happy with this room. It's a very utilitarian layout, which is what I wanted. I did not like those gaps there where you could see through behind this, so I'm probably going to just add some sloped pieces back here to block off that view some. Let's see if that did it. And for the most part, I'm happy with that. It's airtight, I just don't like seeing the gap. So that gets rid of most of it, so I'm going to be happy with that. Not really a problem at the bottom, but I think I'll add some more down here too. Again, for the same gap, and I think I'm going to do this instead. To block it off more, I think I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get rid of these and do the same thing. And again, that's just to block your vision through. That should have fixed that, so now we shouldn't really see much of anything. Yeah, that looks better. And that looks better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks a lot better. This should be, yeah, large cargo. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe we'll wind up putting a display back here. I don't know. Not sure yet. Not going to worry about lighting until I get everything else laid out. Alright, so I'm thinking right here is going to be the sleeping quarters, or do I want a bed and kind of a bedroom setup, or do I want this to be a cryo chamber thing? I think I want a combo. I think I'm going to want cryo chamber and a bed. So I think that's what we're going to go for here, is a cryo chamber and a bed. We got cryo chambers on here somewhere. And also, I do need to apologize for the delay in streaming. I've been working too much and just haven't had time. A lot of stuff going on in my life, and haven't had time to get to it. I could have swore I had a cryo chamber on here. Alright, well, let's just go for the bed. I know I saw that. Okay, this is a bed that's added by the Small Stuffs mod. It's a very simple bed, and I think I'm going to want it on a platform because I don't want it just laying right on the floor. We are going to have a gravity generator in here. So I don't want it pushed up against the wall, because who wants to sleep slung up in a wall when there's gravity pulling you down? Alright, I'm going to try and figure out what kind of layout I want, and then I will be back. This is going to be the final setup for the sleeping quarters. Going to have a bed here. Not happy about that gap there. I just don't know how to fill it in with something useful. I don't know what I can put there. Any suggestions are welcome. And I will read through the comments on YouTube after it goes up. Unless I get some comments from the person viewing me on stream right now. Yeah, I'm just not sure what to do, and I don't want to just fill it in with blocks. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So I'm thinking in this area I kind of want to make like a living room kind of setup. Which means chairs, a television, a desk, maybe a grow plot to be able to grow mushrooms, and you know, the terrarium that they've got in game. See if I can find it here. Thought I had it on the bar. I do not. I do. This right here. So, let's see. We're gonna have to leave this door where it's at. I'm not happy with the straight through, so we're probably gonna offset it this time when we get out of this room. So let's start with the furnishings. I'm gonna do a widescreen TV. That's gonna be too far off the ground, or too far down, so we're probably gonna raise it off the ground, and it'll be right up against the wall, so right here. So we'll put that there, and we'll just kind of build a small entertainment center under it. If I can find the right items here, what I want to use. Yeah, go with that. Every entertainment center needs some storage. Let's move it in, actually. Okay. So we'll put that there. And right here, because I want it to be differentiated, we'll put this here. And then if I have buttons here, I'll place them down. But I want a couple of buttons right here in the center. Let's see. Throw some button panels down here. Replace the computers. Alright, so a couple button panels there. Just basic little table area for it to sit on. And I did see that I had control seats here, which means I have chairs. I wish I could place them a little bit farther. What I wish is that these things used up 2 less blocks. I don't think it would be a problem if the base disappeared into a wall. So let me bring it over here and I'll show you what I mean. If that disappeared into the wall a little bit, it wouldn't be a problem. So if they were to make the seat just a little bit more narrow, and I can't zoom in enough to point it out, I don't think it would be a problem if the seat was just a little bit more narrow and the base of it was allowed to hide into a wall or collide with other blocks. I think it would be a good change. I know that I think it's Asm? No, I can't remember who the mod creator's name is, but he's got a whole mod where he does a whole bunch of other chairs and sets them up, and it looks really good. So alright, I think we're going to do that. And probably do a desk. Actually, let's do this first. This is the living quarters. Put that in air quotes. So I think we're probably going to wind up putting some greenery right here. Actually, no, I think we'll put the greenery right there. How is that to walk around? Is that going to get in the way? No. So let's go ahead and look at the doors now. I think this would be a good spot for this door. Maybe. I don't know. Actually not a fan of that. Put in the other door. It's offset now. My problem is I don't like that step that was there. I don't know if you noticed the little bump when I was walking through the doorway. I just don't like walking over that sill. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with that. I think that looks pretty good. We have a desk in here. I don't see this as being a problem. Yeah, I kind of like this. This will work. And I know it's slightly cramped. It is a small grid ship, so it's going to stay cramped. I think that's reasonable for what I'm doing. Alright, so we've got some greenery. What else do we want? Do we... No, we don't really need a desk. So yeah, I think we're just going to call that good, and we're going to wall this off here. Fly up here. We're going to place the walls in. And I know I don't have the exterior walls in yet, but none of these lowered areas are going to have windows leading to the outside at all. And I'm actually thinking that what I might do here is I need it 3 wide. No, that won't work. Let's get rid of that. So we'll come up here. And then we'll do another. We'll step up. Yeah, so that'll give us a step up. I think we will come down here and we will take these and... What can we do here? No, I think I'm just going to be happy with that, the way that looks there. I do need that attached to something though, so... Have a little landing here. Okay, we may have to change this lower section. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to change this lower section. Nope, that won't work. Get rid of that, and that. And those. There we go. And that'll be the second story up there on top of this. And we're just going to bring that straight back up here. Okay. So yeah, that'll bring us right up into the control area. I think I might make this double as the airlock. We'll go out this side. No, it's just too cramped for that. It'll work good as a stairwell, but I think that the... Crap. I really need something like this to work as the airlock area. So... Maybe I'll scale back the stairs. Instead of doing the more natural, shallow slope of the 2x1 slope, I'll just do a 45, a 1x1 slope for the stairwell. I think that'll work. It does make for a little bit harder of a time climbing them if you're not even to gravity, but I think that in this case it's kind of necessary. Where'd that block go that fell down? I don't hope it's not in there causing clang. Alright. So, what I'm thinking with this one is we're going to do this to the stairwell. It works well enough, but it is not ideal. So you can walk right up it, no problem. But if you're not level, or the ship is tilted, so you're walking up it this way. But if you have to try and go up it when you're facing at it like this, it doesn't like to let you up it. So it's not ideal. It's not the best, but it'll work. And we're going to have to lower that down because we want 3 blocks wide for the landing area. So we'll bring it back to this. And we will just put these in here. We want that to be up one. So yeah, we need to put those there. Jump down here. Okay, now we will just put these here and here. So the reason I did this is because even though this is not the ideal steps, you can see we're getting there in a much less cramped manner, which is going to be kind of critical for being able to use this for an airlock area as well. We're already at this level here, which is where we wanted to be able to go across. So that brought us right where we need to be. So that works out really good for getting us up to the second floor. Okay. So I'm happy with this layout. As always, feedback is more than welcome, so please feel free to critique my lack of interior design skills. I think I said in the first episode, I make things functional, I do not make them pretty. Try for semi-comfortable, but yeah. Ask my kids what my idea of semi-comfortable is. I'll have to put a railing here of some sort. Did I just place a block? I did. I placed a block right there on the floor. I'm not even sure how I did that. It must have just fell just right. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put in this ceiling here where we're going to actually build this next floor at, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I think that is enough floor space. I think this is going to be the bridge area. Also the only place where you're going to get any observation of the outside. Now, let's jump down here and see how far out I can bring this and still be comfortable to walk up. And that's it. That is as far as I can do that. I think I'm actually going to get rid of that. And we're going to put these here. Yeah, that's as far as that's going to go. I'm afraid I'm going to get stuck on that. So we're good there. That's as much floor space as I am allowed. It's actually not too bad though. Yeah, I'm happy with that. A little bit of a landing. Alright, and if that's going to be the airlock coming into that, I think I'm going to make the airlock come out the front. Alright, yes, so I'm going to make the airlock come out of the front of the ship. And go in underneath the stairwell right here, so in line with this door here. Because it's the airlock though, I think I'm going to use the other door just to differentiate it. So rather than using this door, I'm going to use this door here. So let's just real quick add in these floor pieces here so we can get that in there the way I'm thinking. So what I'm thinking is right here we're going to put this door, and then our airlock will come through here. I think we're going to run this conveyor system along this way to pipe air into each of the rooms as need be. Let me just grab this block here real quick so it doesn't bug me. And also to control the airlock itself. So let me get the airlock in and kind of lay that out the way I want it, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what we've got for the airlock area. You're going to come in the front of the ship into this airlock. It'll repressurize, then open up into the stairwell. These are obviously going to be walls here, but then you can come up here, and I think I'm going to put the bridge right here. And by bridge, I mean cockpit, because that's all I'm going to put here is probably a control seat. Maybe two, just for good measure. Basically, I am planning on this just being an observatory area up top. I'm thinking of a semi-dome shape to it. Sorry, arched shape to it. All glass. Coming straight back to a wall here. And I'm thinking just in this area we will put a couple of chairs up against this wall and just leave this for pacing, where you can be in the sunlight or have a view of the space. This is not going to be a comfortable place up here to sit, but this area at least will be airlocked. I may actually go square in this area, I'm not sure. I kind of want to get the rest of the ship laid out before I figure out what I'm going to do with this area. So yeah, we've got the airlock. Get rid of that. The airlock comes in, and behind the airlock I decided to throw some batteries in there to just fill some space. I think it's going to work out pretty well. So you'll come into the airlock, and my aim sucks, so I'm not going through the door right now. We're going to have to add some steps there. Come through the airlock into the stairwell. You can go through the stairwell area into what we're going to affectionately call the living room. Affectionately, not so affectionately, you decide, I don't care. I think I'm going to turn this around, though. I don't like the way that's faced. Where is it? No, it's there. Yeah. That'll be nicer. Alright. So that's faced that way. Let's go ahead and we'll take care of... Get rid of this. Yeah, that looks better. Come down here, you can see the little grow trays down here and everything. I really love the look of this block. Lots of greenery in a small space. Yeah, anyways, you can walk through the little living area into the bedroom and back here to the quote-unquote mess hall. And the reason why this is going to be walled off here is because we're going to need to allow for spawning somewhere around here, which, because this is just where this spawns you. It spawns you a bit high, so if I put a roof here, it won't allow me to respawn at this survival kit. So once we decide how this is going to be shaped up here, we'll continue that all the way back over this, but we'll leave the ceiling open. Alright. Now, I think I'm actually going to cut that would be the headboard area. This would be the footboard area. Yeah, I think we'll just leave that open, but we'll take this out. And we will place an air vent right there. Alright, place an air vent there. And I think we're going to bring an air vent up here. I think that'll be a good spot for an air vent. Actually, scratch that. I've got all this space over here where I'm placing things, so I can probably put an air vent up here. Yeah, I'll put that air vent there, actually. And again, put one right. Shoot, we'll just put that one right here. Now, so let's see what the front of that looks like. I think we'll put two of them. We'll get rid of the buttons and we will put two of them right there. Where'd they go? So yeah, that kind of looks like speakers now. That works out. But yeah, they kind of look like speakers under the entertainment center. And they'll be functional. I like that. Then we're going to need a vent through here. I'm thinking we're just going to kind of center it in the area. Can't really center it. It's good enough. And this one, because it's going to be an airlock, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this one up onto the main system. And I'm going to have to set up some timer blocks. But I'm thinking I can't really put its own air tank in there where there's just not enough room. Unless I take those batteries out. Not yet. We'll figure that out later. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. So, behind these we need those. Those. That. Put that there and there. Yeah, no, that's perfect. I'm not going to pipe in any of the containers through here. But these are here because I'm going to put these in the wall. This whole side is going to become the wall. And then the plumbing will be on the back side of it. Don't need that. And the cockpit area is going to be connected to the stairwell, which I'm not a fan of because if the stairwell gets depressurized, then so does the cockpit. But I think it'll be okay. I am going to use a door right here, and it's going to have to be this one. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think that'll work nicely enough. That does limit what I'm going to be able to do for the cockpit area, though. Anyways, so that's going to get piped in. Nothing over here is piped in. That's the only piped in area we need right now. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Alright, so let me close all this in with just blocks, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the sides all closed in. I don't have all the piping done yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow. It's 3 a.m. here, or close to 3 a.m. here, and I'm getting tired. So probably do the plumbing tomorrow night, and or in the next video, sorry, and we'll start thinking about lighting maybe. So I'm kind of thinking that we're gonna start by working on getting first the plumbing done. That's gonna pipe up all these vents and connecting all this stuff together, so some plumbing running down the sides here. And then we're going to start worrying about thrust. I'm going to want this beast to be able to lift off in gravity. Preferably to even lift off in the gravity on the alien planet. Yeah, so that's just going to take a lot of thrust. Downward thrust specifically. So what I'm thinking is we will start by getting the plumbing done, and then we'll plan the thrust, which I'm thinking is just going to be on the sides. Thinking we're going to do some kind of arched shape here with large downward thrusters coming out the bottom, and probably some large thrusters going in all directions, to be honest, because this thing's gigantic. We're going to need the back end of this to be nothing but large thrusters, and we're probably going to need some large thrusters coming out the front, so hence we're going to have some kind of arched shape coming out. and thinking it's going to come out here and kind of come down here. So kind of something like this. The shape here. Coming out either side. Obviously we'll smooth that out a bit. Not all the extra crap. But so kind of that shape there. An extra wide D. Yeah, internet's gonna have fun with that one. Yeah, so we'll get to that and the plumbing tomorrow, and I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for watching, listening, and yeah, subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Hit like if you like what I'm doing, or don't. It's up to you. Have a good night, and I'll catch you next time.